The Mutapa Empire, also referred to as the Mutapa or Mutapa Empire, was a powerful and influential pre-colonial African state located in what are now parts of Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Flourishing between the 15th and 17th centuries, the Mutapa Empire was known for its political sophistication, economic prosperity, and cultural richness. This video delves into the origins, expansion, socio-political structure, economy, cultural aspects, and eventual decline of the Mutapa Empire, providing a comprehensive understanding of its significance in African history, origins and early history formation, and founding myths. The Mutapa Empire is traditionally believed to have been founded by NZAMBI Mutota, a prince from the declining kingdom of Great Zimbabwe. According to oral histories, Mutota ventured north from Great Zimbabwe in the early 15th century in search of new resources, particularly salt, which was a valuable commodity. Settling in the Dande region of northern Zimbabwe, Mutota established a new kingdom, laying the foundation for what would become the Mutapa Empire. Archaeological findings support these oral traditions. Excavations in the regions surrounding Great Zimbabwe and the subsequent settlements in the Dande area reveal a continuity in architectural styles, pottery, and other cultural artifacts. These findings suggest a direct cultural and political lineage from Great Zimbabwe to the Mutapa Empire. The transition from the stone-built city of Great Zimbabwe to the dispersed settlements of the Mutapa Empire indicates an adaptation to new geographical and political circumstances. Expansion and consolidation. Military conquests under NZAMBI Mutota and his successors, the Mutapa Empire expanded its territory significantly through military conquest. The empire exerted control over neighboring Shona-speaking communities, integrating them into its polity. The Mutapa military used iron weaponry and organized tactics, which were instrumental in their conquests. The strategic use of fortified settlements and alliances with local leaders helped consolidate Mutapa's dominance over a vast area. Diplomatic alliances. In addition to military strength, the Mutapa Empire employed diplomatic strategies to expand its influence. Strategic marriages between the ruling Mutapa family and influential families of neighboring states strengthened political alliances. These alliances facilitated the peaceful integration of different communities into the empire and helped maintain internal stability. The Mutapa rulers also used diplomacy to manage relations with distant polities and trade partners, ensuring the empire's prosperity. Socio-political structure. The Mutapa Empire was characterized by a highly centralized political system. The ruler, known as the Mutapa, held absolute authority over the empire. The title Mutapa translates to Lord of the Plundered Lands, or Master Pillager, reflecting the ruler's power and control over the empire's resources. The Mutapa was seen as both a political and spiritual leader, believed to have a divine mandate to rule. Provincial administration. To manage the vast territory, the Mutapa Empire was divided into several provinces, each governed by a local chief or governor appointed by the Mutapa. These provincial governors were responsible for maintaining order, collecting taxes, and overseeing local administration. They reported directly to the central authority, ensuring a cohesive governance structure. This system of provincial administration allowed for efficient management of the empire's diverse regions and populations. Economy and trade. Agricultural production. Agriculture was the cornerstone of the Mutapa Empire's economy. The fertile lands of the Zambezi Valley and surrounding areas provided ideal conditions for farming. The primary crops included millet, sorghum, maize, and various fruits and vegetables. These crops were not only essential for subsistence, but also formed the basis of local trade. The Mutapa people practiced both rain-fed and irrigated agriculture, using advanced farming techniques to maximize productivity. Mining and metallurgy. The Mutapa Empire was renowned for its mining and metallurgical industries. Gold mining was particularly significant, with the empire's goldfields attracting traders from distant lands. The extraction and processing of gold were highly organized activities involving specialized labor forces. Gold was mined using traditional methods, including panning and digging, and then smelted and crafted into various forms for trade and tribute. Iron and copper mining were also important, providing materials for tools, weapons, and trade goods. Trade networks. The Mutapa Empire's strategic location facilitated extensive trade networks that connected it to the wider Indian Ocean trade system. The empire exported gold, ivory, and other valuable commodities to the coastal Swahili city-states, which served as intermediaries in trade with Arab, Persian, and Indian merchants. In return, the Mutapa Empire imported luxury goods such as cloth, beads, ceramics, and spices. These trade interactions not only enriched the Mutapa economy, but also facilitated cultural exchanges and the spread of ideas and technologies. Religion and spiritual beliefs. Religion played a central role in the Mutapa Empire's society. The Mutapa people practiced a complex system of spiritual beliefs centered around ancestor worship and the veneration of spirits. The Mutapa was considered a divine ruler with a special connection to the ancestral spirits. The royal court employed diviners, spirit mediums, and priests who conducted rituals and ceremonies to ensure the empire's prosperity and protection. These spiritual practices were integral to legitimizing the ruler's authority and maintaining social cohesion. Art and architecture. The Mutapa Empire was known for its distinctive art and architecture. The ruins of the empire's capital, believed to be located at Mount Fura, near the Zambezi River, reveal impressive stone structures, including palaces, temples, and fortifications. The Mutapa people were skilled craftsmen, producing intricate pottery, jewelry, and textiles. Their art often featured symbolic motifs and designs representing their spiritual beliefs and cultural identity. Stone carving, woodwork, and metalwork were also highly developed, reflecting the Mutapa's artistic and technological prowess. Decline and fall. The decline of the Mutapa Empire can be attributed to a combination of internal and external factors. Internally, the empire faced political instability and succession disputes. The centralized authority of the Mutapa weakened over time, leading to power struggles among rival factions. These internal conflicts undermined the cohesion of the empire and made it vulnerable to external threats. The weakening of central authority also led to increased autonomy among provincial governors, further fragmenting the empire. Portuguese involvement. In the early 16th century, the arrival of Portuguese explorers and traders marked the beginning of a new era for the Mutapa Empire. The Portuguese established trading posts along the coast and sought to control the lucrative gold trade. Their involvement in local politics and conflicts further destabilized the empire. By exploiting existing rivalries and forming alliances with local leaders, the Portuguese were able to exert significant influence over the Mutapa rulers. By the late 17th century, the Portuguese had succeeded in reducing the empire to a vassal state, effectively controlling its trade and political affairs. Decline of trade. The decline of the Mutapa Empire was also linked to changing global trade dynamics. The rise of European colonial powers and the shift of trade routes away from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean diminished the economic significance of the Mutapa Empire. As trade declined, so did the empire's wealth and ability to maintain its political and military power. The disruption of traditional trade networks and the increasing presence of European powers in the region further eroded the empire's economic base and contributed to its decline. Legacy and historical significance. Despite its decline, the Mutapa Empire left a lasting legacy in the region. The cultural and artistic traditions of the Mutapa people continue to influence the Shona-speaking communities of Zimbabwe and Mozambique. The ruins of Great Zimbabwe and other historical sites associated with the Mutapa Empire are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, preserving the architectural and archaeological heritage of this once great empire. The Mutapa's artistic achievements, particularly in stone carving and metallurgy, remain celebrated aspects of the region's cultural heritage. Historical lessons. The history of the Mutapa Empire offers valuable lessons about the complexities of pre-colonial African societies. It challenges the simplistic narratives of African history that often overlook the sophistication and achievements of African civilizations. The Mutapa Empire's success in building a centralized state, maintaining extensive trade networks, and fostering a rich cultural heritage highlights the dynamic and diverse nature of African history. The Mutapa's ability to adapt to changing circumstances, both internally and externally, demonstrates the resilience and ingenuity of African societies. Conclusion. The Mutapa Empire stands as a rich history and cultural heritage of southern Africa, from its origins in the early 15th century to its eventual decline in the 17th century.
That is all we had for you today. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one.